welcome everyone to our second town hall for the month of September. We are going through our regular agenda. We have plenty of topics to discuss. And then we are having, as usual, our section for the open forum. So maybe we can start with the DAO committee updates, if that's okay.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Just woke up. It's 9 a.m. here. Yeah. Let's see. So we have a couple of updates today since our last town hall 2 weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago it was. For the month of September, we had only 3 grants got passed, which they are SDK Unity Editor Toolkit and Information Preservation in Decentraland. And the third one is In World Snapshot Voting Library. This is regarding the grant proposals, while regarding governance proposal, for the last 2 weeks only, we had 1 governance proposal passed, which I advise everyone to check so you can know exactly how the abstain vote work more clearly. And for point of interest, we didn't have any for this month. And this week we will going to fill our mimic address with maybe 500,000 mana, so we can do daily portion small sales to get dollar and fund the coming grant. And on the other hand, I would like to draw some attention to the gap between the expenses and income of the DAO in the only past 30 days. So we covered expenses by selling around 1.6 million mana from the treasury we have. While regarding our DAO income for September, I found some approximate numbers. I wrote somewhere here. For the income, found like worth mentioning those numbers. We had around only $10,000 as income, which is like 36,000 mana. This came from selling state lands fees and rent fees and sales on marketplace fees from Matic and Ethereum chain, plus some mainly income we had from the name minting fees. I saw some people in the morning talk about it. So we have our mainly income from the name minting fees. An interesting thing is I saw the number of names that got minted for this month was like 160 names for the month of September, compared to 300 names got minted for the month of August. So we can see like half the amount. So we have a big decline in the name minting fees this month. While another main source of income from it came from the wearable submission fees for sure. We had around 34,000 mana, around $11,000 from the new wearable submission fees, compared to 40,000 mana for the last month or for the August. So it's almost close. Consider that we still have a couple of days to finish September. And that's almost everything for today. And thank you, everyone. Back to you.
We also had to pose 2 grants, Dual Arena and the Biennial.
Great. Thanks a lot, Risk and HP, for that really comprehensive updates. I don't know if you have anything else to add to that.
We just transfer 1 million from the Aragon to the multisig, 1 million mana, so we can continue daily operation.
Great. Yeah, I can recall that you mentioned that a couple of days ago. Thanks a lot, HP and Risk, for that.
Thank you.
No problem. I think we can jump into the governance squad updates. I'll pass it to you, Gino.
Thanks, Fede. Hi, folks. How are you doing? Hope you're having a nice week. So I wanted to take the time today not to go through the regular latest releases updates, but to address the grant budgeting issue that we communicated and discussed last week, or not discussed, just communicated. So in case you have any questions or comments, or you want clarifications on something, you can use the town hall to talk directly to us. So I will share my screen to do a quick recap about this. Awesome. So you should be able to see my screen now. Okay, so what happened? In August 17th, a bug was introduced by our team in the process of launching the new DAO badges. This PR modified the way so we have a job, like a sequence that calculates the outcome of finished proposals and takes certain actions based on the outcome of the proposal. And this bug caused the job to end abruptly without going through every step, every task of the sequence in certain conditions. And amongst other tasks, this job subtracted the requested money by grants from the budgets for each one of the grants categories. So if you were asking a grant in the platform category and the grant got approved and it was marked as passed, this job, when calculating the outcome, also subtracted the amount of money requested from the budget that we have allocated. This is just like a number, it's just math, it's not the actual money. The actual money is being handled by the DAO committee. And when this job failed, the subtraction was not performed, resulting in some approved grants not consuming the budget from their categories. So the impact of this was only in the platform category. The platform category had an overspend of 38% because 3 grants passed that didn't actually have the budget to be considered passed. The In World Snapshot Voting Library, the SDK7 Unity Editor Toolkit, and the In World Builder no-code tool. So this caused a total quarterly budget overspend of 3%. So as soon as we identify the issue, we fixed it in less than 6 hours after the report from the Grant Support Squad, and budgets were recalculated. The Grant Support Squad and the Governance Squad leads met and assessed this issue. A communication was crafted and it was published in the forum. It was published by me. You can see it on the forum, you can see it in Discord, or I can paste a link when I finish talking here. And then a poll to gather community sentiment on what to do next was published, giving the community a channel to express their thoughts and inform the plan. So the poll ended yesterday, and the option that was chosen by the community is to balance with Q3 remaining funds from other unspent categories. So this means that at most 14 days after Q3 ends. And why 14 days? Because anyone could create a grant proposal on the last day, like today or tomorrow, and that proposal will be open for 14 days. So at most 14 days after Q3 ends, all the unspent budget from categories will be calculated and it will be used to balance the overspend in Q3 for the platform category for the next quarter. This task will be done between the governance squad, the grant support squad, and of course the Dao Committee to ensure that everything is covered and will be communicated to the community via Discord and in a forum post. Of course, we are very sorry. This is code. Things sometimes happen. We of course have a process to find these kind of issues and to do quality assurance, but sometimes things can fail. Another thing that we did in the surface area of the governance squad is that we added some alerts. So if this process fails again for any other reason, we will get a notification in our monitoring system. We're using Rollbar to monitor code errors and to have alerts. So we added some checks there to make sure that if this fails for any reason, we will have the information quick. Thank you all for being so kind and understanding that these things can happen. Thank you all for participating in the survey and for asking questions in the forum. If you have any other comments, questions, things to discuss, let's use the open forum to do that. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Gino, and especially thanks for being so clear with this. And I want to reinforce your idea, like the whole community participating on this, like in a healthy way, like going directly to find the solution for this. So yes, this was really good. I mean, the problem wasn't good, but the solutioning and the final solution, it's good and healthy for the DAO. So thanks a lot. So I believe we can jump into the facilitation squad updates, and I'll start with some updates from operations, from our regular operations. And the first thing that I want to mention is that tomorrow we are closing the second round for RFI, the request for information and procedure, and we are forwarding the questionnaires to the foundation. So you still have one more day to post your questionnaires if you want to, and if not, we're formally submitting and forwarding the questionnaires to the foundation for them to start answering and responding those concerns or whatever. I'm going to post the link in the chat for you to visit. The second thing that I wanted to remind you is that, well, not to remind you, to announce, is that we're having on October 11th the second all hands meeting, the second all hands session. For the ones that do not know what is that, it's the reformatted version of the AMA sessions that we were having a couple of months ago to ask questions to the foundation live. And this reformatted, this new format takes 30 minutes for a foundation update at a high level, at a general level, then 30 minutes for product updates, and then 30 minutes for an AMA section. So that's kind of the way we had the last session, and that's the way we're going to host this one too. And we're going to do the official announcement, I believe, by mid next week. So you all have time to schedule that and to send your questions through the Slido that we're also going to share. But yeah, just wanted to give a heads up because last time it was a really productive session. A lot of people participated, and it seems that the format is working. So yeah, I hope to see you all there. The third thing that I wanted to share is that we finally kicked off our onboarding sessions for the DAO. We hosted our first onboarding session last week. 2 people joined. So we're still like trying to improve, trying to enhance those sessions. But the next one is going to happen on next Monday, I believe, if I'm not wrong. So if you know anyone that has recently joined the DAO or that wants to know, that wants to have like a overall picture of how the DAO works and how to participate, it's a good moment for you to invite them to participate. I believe also the event is created in the Discord, so you're all welcome to come. You're all invited too if you want to participate and give us feedback about the session. The last thing that I'm going to mention is about the headquarters, the In World Head Quatres. So many of you will know that the pitch proposal for building our In World Headquarters has passed. We're really happy about that. And in the next few days, I believe the next week, by end of next week, we're going to post the tender proposal. So this is also not only for announcing that we're going to submit the tender proposal, but also it's a call for creators, for studios, for different people that wants to be involved in the creation and the building of our headquarters to participate not only in the working group, but also to start preparing something for the tender. And I think that's pretty much all on my side. So I'll pass it to Fractilians.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, here, let me get my... Cool. Yeah, thanks everyone for being here today. And I wanted to start off and thank everyone who attended our brick by brick session this Monday with Tobik. We took a deep dive into the techniques, processes, and tools that he uses to power his sick videos. I personally took over like 4 pages of notes during this, so definitely recommend checking it out if you want to level up your content creation video skills. I will have that up later today, so I'll be on the lookout for that. So also in regards to brick by brick cadence, I will be hosting more of these, especially since it's easier to showcase the whips and behind the scenes than the final projects of grantees, since most people are still in the works. So I'll be doing more of those than in-world meetups. But if you're a grantee or community member who has a project that's finished and would want to showcase, please reach out to me so I can schedule you. Also, tomorrow we'll be hosting a Twitter Spaces at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Bae Backner, and she'll be talking all about the current open call for the Decentraland Music Festival. So if you're wanting to learn more about that, come join us. It should be fun. It's always great talking with Bae. She's awesome. And as usual, I continue to plan, create, and post across all our socials. If any of you here today are new and want to catch up on all things Decentraland DAO, be sure to check up on our YouTube. It has the recordings of things like all our workshops, town halls, and all that kind of good stuff. Also been having a lot of fun doing some VTube and style content, so I hope you guys have enjoyed that. And with that, I'll pass it back to you, Fede. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Nat, and really enjoyed the last brick by brick sessions. I recommend you all to participate on those because we already told you how this dynamic is, but it's focusing on the creator, focusing on the process for the creation. So when Fractilians told you that we were talking about, we were discussing with Tobik about how to create videos and content, it's about the process that Tobik has to create those videos. Last time we also had, we had 2 long sessions with Malloy, and it was really great to see his creative process and how he builds, how he creates content. So it's really, really great. It's really good for everyone to join, not only for content creators, but for the whole community. So again, you're all invited. We're going to announce it. We're going to announce the next sessions in a few days. So I think that will be pretty much all for Facilitation Squad. So I'll pass it to the core unit. Like.
Hi, folks. Hope you are doing well. So we have conducted legal analysis. We recently shared a report. Report, and we'll soon share full report. Also, we submitted pitch for legal consulting. Feel free to vote. Currently, we are working on a strategy document where we will gather all the points that we have discussed with community. Also, recently, we have conducted and participated in financial planning session, where there were many interesting points and where there were key players we have invited in Web3 digital asset management. They have shared their proposal, and I'm soon having a meeting with them to have some questions about their proposal, and I'm thinking how to, in the right way, submit it for our DAO, considering our governance system. Also, I identified and I'm working on several initiatives related to finances and governance, so I will keep you updated on. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Lorlake. I believe we can jump into the grant support squad update, so I'll pass it to you, Fifi.
Hey there, how are you? So this is Fifi from the Grant Support Squad. Today we want to share some update from our team. After that, we want to show you 2 amazing grants that are finishing soon, and I think you will love it. Today, Toby will present a new animated video which will teach people how to make an automatic NFT store using DigiLife and Builder and SDK. And after that, we will see Alex, the crypto trader, that will show a platform initiative to create an open source trading card game framework that will allow users to create their own trading card games in Decentraland. But okay, first we are going to talk about us. I just put the video there already. But first, about us. So we share our monthly update last week. So we invite you to read it and leave positive comments. Of course, in a week, there is more news that we want to share. But let's talk about a little bit about numbers. So this month, we allocate more than 115 hours to interact with grantees and provide support to them. We also identify 11 problems and requests, and 3 were solved and the other are being addressed by our team. Besides that, this month we are still working with 3 grantees from Legacy, the grants that passes before March 1st, 2023. From those, 2 finished their grants during this month, so congratulations to them. On the promotion side, this month we published an article about the Decentraland mobile app and another about the Ansar Outpost, a marketplace in our Genesis city. So we recommend you to take a read on that. They are pretty interesting. So Testing Tuesday, we're closing the September. That was super great, I have to say. We had Seraphon, Wondermind, Retro 2D, and Dual Arena, and we are playing grants. That was amazing. If you want to join for the October one, please just complete the form and I will send you the invite. For example, the last week we had dual arena testing, but it didn't turn out as expected by the community. As a result, we make a temporary pause from the vesting contract and we give them another chance to showcase, and that's today. So in 2 hours, if you want to join to see the progress of dual arena, that will be great as well. Also on Testing Tuesday, I think this is very great. We are all enjoying. There is going to be more than 4 Testing Tuesdays per month during November and October and December, because a lot of grants are finishing and we want to give them the opportunity to showcase and to interact with the community. So maybe we're going to have 2 per week, but yeah, stay tuned. I will send it to you. Also, we are making some improvements. There is some people that are asking that we move Testing Tuesday to Discord. We are considering that. We are having our talk with Fertilus and said on how to do that. For now, for some projects, I prefer to focus everyone in one meeting because, when we are in Discord, maybe you are doing too much things, and for making a better testing in 1 hour, I want to just focus. But I'm still having some ideas, and I will tell you soon. So thank you everybody for any update on doing testing Tuesday early in the testing contract. I don't think I understand the question, sorry, but I will get back to you at the end. I think it's more related to when we are doing Testing Tuesday for each project. Well, we are trying to make it as soon as possible, but that the grants are pretty different in terms of how they're presented on their roadmap, and some of them, they have already something built. This is they're asking the grant to finish the project, and some of them they're asked the grant for do a complete new thing as in those months. But we are trying always to make it sooner, to have more time to resolve or to see progress. Yeah, I understand that one. Yeah, that's great. This is a new initiative that from this year, so we are making retros all the time and trying to to help. And one thing that I want to mention about testing tools is that this is not a replacement of the obligation of every grantee to have their own QA or to deliver high quality products. This is something that we want to open to the community to interact with the grants before they finish and they're published. It's more like a beta testing thing, but we always try to recommend and pressure sometimes to some projects to allocate budget to have their own QAs to bring quality to Decentraland as well. Okay, I want to move on because we have a lot of stuff to say. So SDK 7, the proposal was voted by the community, and now every grantee needs to make their project compatible with SDK 7. So that's that. Swag, as you know, we have been working on delivering gifts to our grantees community. We shipped those packages to Latin America this month, so they will soon reach in after this month. They will soon send it to all the world. So fun things will send it to you. That's respect retroactively. I think don't, but there is the. Okay, I will move on. I have a lot of time. Okay, landing page. We are almost ready there. We have our alpha version where we're still waiting for the domain approval to publish. But let me show you a little bit because this is very fun. Why I cannot do that? Our Fractilians is because Nat, can I share my screen a little bit?
Okay, yeah. There.
Just a quick sec to show. I want to show everyone this fun stuff. Okay, this is going to be our landing page. This is not public yet for everyone, but it's super smooth and with all the information to everybody to request a grant and more frequently answer that everyone has. And this is the journey. Well, it's super fun. I really love it. Have other section. Well, this is the alpha version, but I still wanted to show a little bit. Pablo was developing this with another team, and it's amazing. So soon we will going to share with you the final version. Okay. Well, the thing is that we need to have the Decentraland .org domain, but this depends on some technical issues for our developers and that they are currently working with the Decentraland Foundation. So for this reason, our alpha version is still being hosted in a testing domain, but soon we will show it. Okay. Last thing, we want to thank Fractilian for sharing how the grants program works. So you can check this amazing thread on X about how the programs work. So thank you very much, Nat, for that. That's amazing. So that's it from our side. I want to move on with the grantees for give them the space. I know the chat is having a conversation there, but Nat, if we can show it, that would be great. And then we will come back to have the questions. Yes?
Cool. Is it okay if I show this one? Or which one would you like first?
Yeah, I think the other one first will be great. That's because we already have the video for Toby. Toby will tell us a little bit about the recent video, the 20 minutes video that he created recently. So yeah, let's play.
Hello community, well this is an update on my grant that I requested for making a tutorial on how to sell NFTs in the metaverse, in this case of course Decentraland. As you see, I already published a trailer on Twitter and the main video of course, which is what most of the effort was being put into. It's a very long video, it's 18 minutes, it's available on many languages. You can put subtitles. It has Chinese, Dutch, English, French, German, Portuguese, Russian, and Spanish. I'm also working on a guide that has this information and more information, but on text. So if I have to update something, I can do it there. I'm still working on that. As you can see, it will be divided on different categories: land, Decentraland worlds, and the main tutorial. I already started working on this. This is only one of the articles that I wrote. And the idea is to keep expanding it to make sure that anyone can deploy a store in Decentraland without having to know how to code. Then my next steps will be doing some short form of content, and then I will be probably pushing more and more the creation of NFT stores by getting involved with some other brands. So I think this is it for now. The video is here. I'm writing the guide, and I'm still working on this. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Toby. I posted the video there. I don't know if someone has a question or a comment for Toby. I will recommend it to see it because it's super fun. Okay, so let's move on to our next project. This is from Alex, the crypto trader, and his team. It's a platform initiative for creating an open source trading card game framework that will allow users to create their own trading card game into Decentraland. It's super fun. Let's see the video.
Hi, in this presentation we're going to be going over the NFT TCG Framework. This is a framework that seeks to bring in trading card games to Decentraland. First, we're going to look at the deck manager. This is where players will manage sets of their cards organized in decks. They can use these to play against each other on the game field as well as against an AI. You can see that when we select cards, they've got a model displayed there as well as all of their stats. So if we click on, say, a lightning storm card, you can see the effect of the spell. You can also click on units. We also have some sorting here. So these are all the faction types. We've got neutral, fire, void, electric, and ice. We've also got the card types as well. Spell, character, and terrain. We've got all the costs up here. So you can see if I turn off the 1 cost cards, you will only see the 2 cost cards because we only have 1 and 2 cost cards right now. If I turn off the spells, you can see that we see the terrain cards down here, the character cards up here. I turn off the character cards, and then we're left with just the terrain cards. You can also turn off all the factions. So right here, we're only showing the ice as well as the neutral cards. Over here, we've got the deck manager. Currently, this is configured to allow players to create decks of 8 to 12 cards. They get to choose between 5 different decks that they can use. So you can load them in. Right now, these are neutral, fire, ice, electric, and void decks. So if I load this deck in, you can see that this is a fire deck. I can add ice golems to it and save. And then I can also remove the ice golems and save again. Next, let's check out the multiplayer battle map. So these are basically fields that players can register to fight each other. Right now, it's just peer-to-peer network. Next month, in the month of October, we're going to be updating this to also include the server. So that means some anti-cheat, that means profile management for leveling and experience, as well as card verification for NFTs. So that'll make certain cards available if you own certain NFTs. And we're trying to make that as easy to use for everybody. So anyone who wants to set up their own card game can take advantage of that. Up top, you can see that we've got the current session state. We've got a guest against our test. And it's currently our guest's turn. So our guest is over there, which means it's on this screen. You can see that we've got our health for our player, as well as the amount of energy. Cards cost energy to play. We've got deck cards, hand cards, and discard. I can play a golem to the field here, and they're on the stage. You can see that it cost me energy, and it moved a card from my hand onto the field. So we've got 5 field slots there. I can also see the enemy's information as well. So yeah, if I end my turn, one thing to note as well is when you play a card, it does not start with an attack. So the first person to go can put their units on the field, but they cannot attack with them yet. So if I end my turn, it is now my test player's turn. I can play a golem over here and end my turn because I cannot yet attack over here on this side. I can attack with my golem, as well as cast a spell like that. Boom. And then I can also play another golem too. And that's sort of the gameplay loop that we've got right now. So you can see that since it's not this player's turn, they can't really do anything up here. But as soon as I end my turn, I pass control over to them. And then I can take my turn and attack. We've also implemented a variety of terrain cards. So here's the fire terrain. You can see it changes the player's field to any given terrain. That one's the fire one, this one's the ice one, and then we've got a void one. We've also got an electric domain as well. We've also added a basic AI to the game to provide players with a single player experience. So if I just hop in here real quick and play my first unit and end my turn, what it'll try to do is it'll try to play cards out of its hand. So you can see it's played a terrain card and it's also played a golem card. And if I end my turn again, it will use its golem cards to attack mine. So boop. And it will just keep going until you're dead or until you kill it. So worth an attempt. So yeah, that's the current state of the project. We've got the functional deck manager. We've got our local scene, which is peer-to-peer networked. Next month, we're going to be working on additional polish. One of the things that we really want to clean up is definitely how we're displaying our unit stats. That's a big one. And then we're also going to be implementing our server as well next month. And the whole project's open source, freely available. I'll share the world URL in the chat. And yeah, thanks, guys.
Well, that was amazing. Thank you very much, everyone, to listen. If you want to continue talking with them and get to know more about this project, if they're in the chat, I put their channel here in Discord. So that's it from our side. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned for today's testing session. And next week, we are going to have Dark Dungeon from Russia. That will be a very great game also to test. So, okay, I don't know if someone has any question or something they want to talk. Okay, thank you very, very much. Yeah, Dagmar, sure.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you for hosting this, as always. I just had one... Hey, I hope you're doing well, Fifi. I just had one question. There's one proposal right now that's a bidding and tendering proposal, and it is to organize the documentation and resources of the DAO and that have been published by the DAO. I just wanted to clarify, is that a responsibility of any of the squads, or should we allow, because I commented and I said, I think this is a responsibility of 2 of the squads already. So if I could get some clarification on any of y'all, or from any of y'all, is that something that we should have a bidding and tendering for, or is that a responsibility of any of the squads here? Thanks so much.
I don't know who wants to answer that. I'm the most real here, but I think Gino or Faz.
Yeah. I mean, I can answer on our side. So when we release like big features that require big features or changes on the governance mechanisms, we always try to update the documentation. If not, the Grant Support Squad usually does that. I'm not seeing the proposal, but I will take a look at it. Maybe if it's like for a complete overhaul on the thing and it's reasonable in terms of like the amount of work and the amount of money requested, it might make sense. If not, it's something that it could go via our squads. To be honest, updating documentation is just sending a PR to the repo, which is open. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah, also from our side, it's the same. Every time we try to keep organize the documentation and we send it. And also now it's a grant that it's working on creating visual content for the DAO as well. I haven't seen the tendering proposal as well. Thank you, Dogma, for bringing the subject.
Yeah, I just dropped the proposal in the chat, so if y'all want to leave comments on that, feel free. Really appreciate the answer. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Dogma.
Thank you.
And we'll use this moment to inaugurate the open forum section. So if anyone wants to ask some questions, make some comments, share some thoughts, as Dogman just have done, please raise your hands and we'll invite you as speakers. Yes, Morph?
Hey y'all, I just wanted to make a note. I just posted 2 questions on the RFI, and one is for the OMI standards and the other is for WebXR. We had quite a lot of support for those proposals, so if you still want to show support for that, just throw a like on those posts. I think that'll help just show the Decentraland Foundation that there's support for those ideas and that they really actually want them, and I think that's important. So just want to make a note of that. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Morph. Just noticed that and uploaded them to the pipeline. So I'm going to forward those questionnaires with the other 3 or 4. I think we received this round to the foundation, and then we'll wait to the foundation to answer. But thanks a lot for adding those questionnaires.
Cool. Thanks, Ed.
Cheddar, do you want to jump in?
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for everybody. I just have a quick question for the grant support squad. Is it possible for you guys to make the monthly updates process for grantees a public process so that the community is able to look in on exactly what was talked about, what questions were asked, what information was exchanged, what blockers were reported, other than the information that the grantees are giving us in the monthly updates on the DAO page? Like, is that something that you guys are able to record? Or I just feel like the monthly updates with the GSS are kind of like closed door meetings, and I think that the community should have access to what information was exchanged or what questions were asked during those check-ins. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair, for your input. I will bring it to our team and discuss about that subject. For now, roadmap are public, and we are asking everyone, every grantee, to make comments there. And every time that we agree on something, we also comment on that page. But it's a good input. I will talk with the team and let you know.
Thank you. I was looking at the public roadmap, and I do see that there is a line item for a monthly check-in with the GSS, but when you click on that, it's just blank, right? There's no, we know that you had a monthly check-in, but we don't know anything beyond that. And I think that in order for us to facilitate community-driven accountability, it would behoove, right, the community to have the information as to what happened during those monthly check-ins. Thank you.
Good. Great. Yeah, I think you mentioned this a couple of days before, and we had a conversation with our team. We start creating. We do have our private notes about that session, and now from some grantees, we are start putting those comments publicly. For that, maybe you can enter to some roadmaps and they don't have anything, but from now, we are trying to make that, or make a comment of how the meeting went. So thank you for your input.
Sorry, I was writing. Okay, so any other questions, any other comments on the grantees, to us, to the squads? We still have some minutes to close this meeting. We have, I believe, 15 more minutes, so better to use them. And if not, I think we can start wrapping up this meeting and keep things and keep conversations ongoing through the Discord regular channels and the forum. But okay, Malloy, be my guest.
Hello. Yeah, this isn't really, it's related and it isn't related. I don't know if this is helpful, but I just wanted to express the sentiment that it's kind of what we're experiencing at the moment. And, what would you call it? Commercial traffic is low. Commercialization in general is low for income to the DAO, the ecosystem, and everything else like that. But I just wanted to say, to try and see the positive as much as that can be a negative, and we can focus on that, is that it's kind of happening everywhere. In like traditional gaming industry, traditional markets, everyone's kind of struggling. So I just wanted to offer a sentiment of solidarity for all of us, because we're still here, still cooking, still trying to build better things to bring more people here. So just stay strong, because there are projects that have crumbled a lot harder and faster. So yeah, let's go, let's effing go. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, cheers.
Well, thanks a lot, Malloy, for that, because I believe it's really important for us, to stop. There's something we said here in Latin America, parar la pelota, stop the ball. An analogy of a football match, stop the ball and think, and see the whole picture, see the whole film, to stop and think that it's not that we are only struggling with this. It's a difficult context for everyone, not only because of the bear market. The whole tech industry is passing for difficult times. So thanks a lot for bringing that. It's really important. Anybody else that wants to share some thoughts, comments, ask questions? Okay, I think we can wrap up this meeting. So thanks everyone for joining. Thanks for the wonderful updates from the squads and the grantees. We had a big audience today. We have between 30 and 40 people hearing this meeting. So really glad to see you all here. And again, we'll keep you posted about next events and next gatherings. But that will be pretty much all for today's town hall. I leave the stage open for a couple of more minutes, for 1 or 2 minutes, for you to keep chatting. But I suggest you to move your conversations to the general chat or the corresponding channels, so this won't get lost. Thanks everyone, and have a nice day.
Bye. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, folks.
Bye.